Cyberpunks and retro nerds. Hayes here, the Kent City Crippler, here with Rocket, Dale, and Tommy the Hammer.
Hey.
And tonight we're going to be reviewing my pick. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. We actually all picked it, but anyway. But I picked an old retro movie called Flight of the Navigator. Yeah. Old retro, going back to my heyday when I was a kid in the 80s. You know, what can I say?
Yeah.
Keep with the theme of, like, you know, classics. Keep it going.
Oh yeah, so without further ado, motherfuckers,
Stay tuned.
check out the trailer.
Peep that shit!
We'll be right back, motherfuckers.
Neon trash.
The Navigator. You are the Navigator and his crew. Are on the mission of a lifetime.
20,000 feet and falling.
Disney's Flight of the Navigator.
Well, let's talk about this movie. Flight of the Navigator. Came back, what, it was 86 when this movie came out? You know, I was only 2 years old, but hey, grew up watching this movie. So, of course I liked it, you know. Set me back. That Rocket?
Oh, dude. Yeah, no, this is one of the first few movies I remember seeing in the theater as a kid. I would have been about 6 years old for this.
Wow.
And yeah, I remember, I mean, of course, I loved Pee-wee's Playhouse, so it was very cool that robot sounded just like Pee-wee, of course. That blew my young mind, you know.
Yeah.
And it was a ton of fun to watch because, I mean, I don't know how many times I've really seen it since then, you know, but it's always stuck in my mind. A number of scenes that came up here, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Like, yeah, it was a ton of fun, and I think it aged pretty well, honestly. Like, yeah, some of the blue screen scenes were a little cheesy. Yeah, some of the props were kind of cheesy, you know, but I don't know. At this point, it's funny. It's such a rush of nostalgia for that time period. Like, it makes it's enjoyable just for that.
I think it holds up immaculately well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the beginning of the movie is exceptionally strong for a mid-1980s Disney family film.
You forget this is a Disney movie, right?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Definitely.
I will say that the middle portion felt a little full fat, considering the beginning is so engaging. But I mean, outside of that lone gripe, I feel like this movie is really good. Like, there is a lot of, you know, crappy kids movies that, you know, came out during the 90s and in recent years and whatnot. When you look back on, like, the 80s kids movies, you're right. You're like, damn, some of the subject matter is, like, hard-nosed and dark and, like...
That's why we're awesome, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't compromise things and sugarcoat shit.
Chock full of great, crappy 80s robots beep booping around.
Just bonking
my
around.
favorite.
Ralph.
John was really convinced by the headgear used in the medical scene.
He did not like that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I could look past some of those horrible props, you guys. Like, whatever. It killed me because it was such a juxtaposition. Like, oh, you got all these great screens up, these, you know, graphic computers, you know, 3D modeling and all this stuff, you know, great tech. And then, like, the kid's got cotton balls glued to his hair with the wires sticking out of it. Looks like they pulled it out of the back of a TV. Like, I don't know.
Another one was like a helmet insert with wires.
Yeah, it's
Like, who knows why, though?
Yeah.
Dude, it looks like they cut it out of a milk jug, put a couple of, like, spade clip wires in it, and called it a...
But you gotta understand, too, like, back in the day, like, maybe they had a better prop and it exploded. And so they had to work with what you don't even know.
Killed the first child, they had to get another one.
They did move on to a completely different prosthetic. Like, who knows? Anyways, go on.
Continue, my good sir.
It's a good movie. The interior design of the robot is very new wave, the spaceship is very new wave 80s, and it was freaking cool. Paul Rubin, always good stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked it.
I mean, can't go wrong with Sarah Jessica Parker either.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, she's kind of just there, but, like, she looks cute as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna say she's
1980s?
gonna win an Emmy, but
No, not at all.
an Oscar.
All right, so this is like one of those like Disney movies. It's a classic from the 1980s. You know, the dark family films from back in the day. I don't think we have to take too deep of a dive here.
Diving.
Why don't we just do the star counts? And since this is Matt's pick, we're gonna start with him. Hayes, where are you at with the star count on Flight of the Navigator?
Well, everything, about it was great to me. The story, even the special effects, even though, yes, it was 80s, even though you did see some strings here and there, and then
so good.
It was the best.
the morphing of the ship and, all that stuff. It's typical 80s. That's what I like about it. That's why I picked it. To keep it going, all the retro stuff. Love it. So, solid 10 for me.
Oh, shit! Knocking it out of the park. You're passing off the Rocket. Newer.
Gracious. I don't know, I'm supposed to follow up something like that, but I guess I'll try here. Man, Flight of the Navigator. I can't give it full marks there. There was just the movie has its flaws for sure. But
Whatever.
Exactly, whatever. It's still fine. It's still a great movie. I'll give this an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, 8 is great.
I will give it an 8.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. I'm right there with Rocket. Nostalgia glasses on. This is in the top 10. Wow. That's
Get some
pretty bold
nostalgia
statement.
points.
I'll put this in the
Yeah.
definitely the top 15 of 80s classic nostalgia movies for the kids. What I like to refer as like the PG movies that you can't show as PG anymore.
It would be like PG-13 almost.
Yeah. And I love it. It's a great film.
Amen.
So I'm up there with Rocket with an 8.
Ooh, solid 8. I gotta concur with all three of these gentlemen right here, these fine gentlemen. This is a solid 1980s sci-fi fantasy, produced and distributed by Walt Disney. In my opinion,
Hard to believe.
it's I gotta say 7.5 for me. It's way up there. I like a lot of films like Labyrinth, Return to Oz, Legend, Neverending Story.
Power hitters.
Yeah, and this is a power hitter in terms of, the sci-fi fantasy element. And there's worse ones out there, like The Last Starfighter is good, but this is better, in my opinion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that a battle for another
You
day?
can't say we're not taking a deep dive and just throw out a harpoon like
Ding,
that.
ding, ding, round
Wait a
one.
minute.
Okay, wait. We're gonna have to tackle that discussion another day.
Yeah, side notes.
You opened the can of worms.
Can't just cut that off. Finish your review, and then we're going into that.
Yeah, well, okay. So that's how I feel about it. 7.5. This is a real good sci-fi fantasy.
We all approve.
Epic.
Hayes, great call, bud.
The soundtrack is
You
bang.
guys
Yeah.
are very welcome. Yeah, soundtrack, listen
Real
to
good.
it.
Awesome 80s synth. So I hope I've been informative, motherfuckers. Until next time, tune in
Be on
to them
track.
dirty, trashy boys.
Boom.